Hey, friends in beauty. If you're a professional makeup artist or beauty pro who is tired of juggling multiple tools to run your business, I got great news for you. Beauty Pro Funnels is here to simplify your life and take your business to the next level. Unlike other platforms like Wix, Squarespace, or Acuity, Beauty Pro Funnels was created by a makeup artist for makeup artists. This is the world's first all-in-one software that helps you book clients, sell your products, and even launch courses all in one place. No need for separate subscriptions that drain your wallet or tools that don't speak your language as a beauty pro. With Beauty Pro Funnels, you're not just getting another booking tool. You're unlocking the ability to create multiple revenue streams, so whether you're behind the chair or not, you're making money. Imagine accepting bookings, selling your beauty products, and offering courses all without the stress of managing separate systems. That could be a big headache. Let me break it down to you one more time. Your website, build it on Beauty Pro Funnels. Your portfolio, build it on Beauty Pro Funnels. Your booking site, build it on Beauty Pro Funnels. And your e-commerce site, host it in Beauty Pro Funnels. Want to offer beauty courses or digital products? You can sell them inside of Beauty Pro Funnels, and you'll be able to send invoices, digital contracts, newsletters, and do all of your marketing directly from your Beauty Pro Funnels account. It's mind-blowing. Listen, you're going to save hundreds of dollars every single month by replacing over 10 platforms when you make the switch to Beauty Pro Funnels like Wix, Squarespace, Acuity, WordPress, Vagaro, Honeybooks, 17 Hats, Dubsado, MailChimp, Klaviyo, Kajabi, DocuSign, even Shopify. It's crazy. I know you got at least one of those. And here's the best part. Tayana and her team spent over a year building plug-and-play templates into your account for pretty much everything, so you never have to start from scratch at all. So all of your appointment confirmations, reminders, and payment reminders and stuff like that for your clients, they have already been written out for you. You can even gather reviews and referrals all on autopilot. You'll free up so many hours of time each week so you can focus on what you love, your artistry. Plus, with their mobile app, you can manage your entire business from the palm of your hand, send invoices, schedule appointments, and even take payments on the go. I believe in Beauty Pro Funnels so much that I recently moved the Friends of Beauty site to Beauty Pro Funnels, and I am loving it. It's a game changer because it's not just a platform. I swear it is like having your personal business assistant designed specifically for makeup artists and beauty pros like you. So here's the deal. If you want to see what all the hype is about, visit getbeautyprofunnels.com/friends to get a personalized tour and see how Beauty Pro Funnels can transform your business today. That's getbeautyprofunnels.com/friends because you deserve the best tool for your beauty business.
Have you ever felt so overwhelmed and burnt out that you just wanted to pause everything? You've been in grind mode for so long building your business. When is the last time that you took a break? That's exactly why I created the Water Break Retreat, happening in the breathtaking paradise of Bali on July 6th through 12th, 2025. The name Water Break comes from a moment I had on the verge of burnout, feeling unmotivated, uninspired, and completely drained. You know that feeling when you know you need to slow down, but you just can't justify it because everything feels like it will fall apart without you? That's where I was, and I knew I wasn't the only one. But here's the thing. If you don't take a break voluntarily, your body will force you to take one, and we don't want that, do we? That's why this retreat is all about intentionally pausing, just like a water break in a game, to recharge, refresh, and come back stronger than ever. Imagine waking up to stunning tropical views in a luxurious accommodation, relaxing, unwinding, and connecting with like minded beauty pros, and having memorable experiences that will leave you refreshed and re inspired to run your business and not have your business running you. A private chef welcome dinner, epic pool party with floating breakfast, Balinese spa package with an Instagrammable relaxing flower bath, and visiting the Bali swings is just a portion of what we have planned for you. Flexible payment plans with our dedicated travel expert make it super easy to say yes to the rest that you deserve. This is your chance to prioritize you. Spots are super limited and they're filling up pretty fast, so don't wait. Head over to friendsinbeauty.com/waterbreakretreat to grab your spot for this intimate getaway. If you're ready to hit pause on the hustle and escape to paradise to recharge together, head to friendsinbeauty.com/waterbreakretreat. Check out our full itinerary and save your spot as soon as possible. Share with another friend in beauty and get your passports ready. It's time for a water break.
One thing that's really important when it comes to content is to be honest. I think for a lot of people, like in relationships, like interpersonal, like when you're standing in front of somebody, like your job is to be transparent, like spill the beans, like be honest past any boundaries, right? Honesty, I think, has some boundaries. Wait, 2023, it's actually the first time that I had the idea to create an agency. I was working with a big name client and they were trying to bring me on to be like a graphic designer, social media manager, a whole bunch of other stuff. And we're only trying to pay me like $2,000. And I was like, you're trying to hire me for something that 3 people need to be doing, not just me. And so it really gave me the idea to start an agency. So I went into Notion and created an agency tab because I knew that at some point it was going to be full. You may think that a slow season means that you need to shut it down. And that may be the case. I don't think that was the case for me. I think at the time, I just really needed to test my own creativity and see what I could create, even if I was in survival or scarcity mode. And I feel like that moment really did define like where I am now and being able to like be proud of what I've created, because it really pushed me like, what does it look like to create a whole, clothing line and record the whole process and show people that you can get people in at the ground level. Like that really did change my own perception of what I could do. Is this a little fish island? So this is what it looks like with it, and then this is what it looks like without it.
Got you.
Yeah.
Fire. You got that from Amazon?
I did get her from Amazon.
I know Amazon hate to see you coming.
Oh no, for sure. I'm just thinking that I need to order like some prop stuff, like a product photography set, so I can start creating more content at home. So Amazon about to see me today.
I know that's right. They get you some stock. You got some stock in Amazon?
No, I have some stock in Kava, Fiverr, Target. One thing that I really love is like seeing them like finally feel creative and feel like they can say the thing to the camera, directly. Yeah. So that's a lot of the work that we do is like getting you out of your comfort zone so that you can say to the camera like, "Hi guys, my name is Terri Watson and I'm a brand and content strategist that owns Apollo 44 Agency."
Welcome to the Friends in Beauty podcast, a safe space for ambitious beauty industry creatives to have real talk, get authentic answers, and practical tools to grow their businesses. Join me every week as me and my special guest reveal the keys to longevity and success in the beauty industry, from the ups and downs of their journey to the nitty-gritty of their struggles and triumphs. We're spilling the tea on it all, and most importantly, having fun while doing it. You ready? Hey, what's up? It's your best friend in beauty here, Aquia Robinson. Welcome back to another episode of the Friends in Beauty podcast. I am so happy to have you here, and I hope you're listening to this episode in high spirits and in good health. Now, on today's episode, I have the pleasure of having Terri Watson in the Friends in Beauty guest chair for the second time, y'all. So Terri is a former makeup artist turned brand and content strategist. She recently announced the launch of the Apollo 44 Agency, a content production agency that produces scroll-stopping, authentic content for direct-to-consumer brands. And I am so excited to hear more about it because last time Terri was here, she was just about to throw in the brushes and jump into content creation. So we have so much to catch up on. So welcome to the Friends of Beauty podcast, Terri.
Oh my gosh. Hearing you say that out loud does feel a little crazy.
It's insane.
It's insane. But I am so grateful to be back for a second go round, especially because, like you said, like so many things have changed and like a whole new person. I mean, I feel like I'm a whole new person every 30 days. But to go back to September 2022 to now, like feels crazy.
Yes, so much has happened. And when I saw that you launched your agency, I was like, oh yeah, she has to come back. Like I've been watching it anyway. I'm like wanting to reach out to say come back, but I'm like, okay, now is the time for real. You gotta come back. So I'm so
Yeah, I think it's perfect.
Yay! Well, before we start blabbing away, we're going to start off with some icebreakers so the Friends of Beauty audience can get to know you a little bit outside of what you do professionally. So,
Okay.
first one, just give us three random facts about you.
Oof. I hate carrying purses. I'd rather carry a fanny pack.
Okay.
Um, most of the time I try to do my own nails. Like I did my own nails this time. So I think I'm like multi-talented and can do a whole lot of things. Like I can do makeup, I can do content, I can do my own nails.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Your nails.
I can't sing or dance. I can dance, but I can't sing. So and I can't do a backflip, so that might be the thing that I can't do. And then one more thing. You said three things, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Let me see your nails.
oh, nail
Okay.
can. They're so like simple. You can't even really see them, but they're just like a white, I don't even know, like a frosty kind of situation.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, one more fun fact. I'm a Gemini. Let's go there.
Okay. They be
Yeah.
saying Geminis are crazy. Why y'all get such a bad rap?
No, I think it's a June one. I'm a May one. I'm much closer to Taurus. I'm a little bit more, earthbound, not so
Got
much in
you.
the air and the clouds.
Got you. Okay.
But yeah, shout out to the Geminis, no shade.
Love it. My sister's a Gemini, so I don't think she's crazy though, but I don't know. I just be hearing so much crazy stuff about Geminis. I'm like, why talk about
I
the
don't
Gemini?
know. They hit us just a little, or maybe a lot of it.
That's crazy. What do people always tell you that you're good at aside from like all of the creative
Work
stuff that
stuff.
you, yeah.
Okay. I think people say that I'm great at listening. Um, I'm funny. Yeah, I think those would be the two. Like they're like, one thing Terry's gonna do, she's gonna crack a joke.
Okay.
It's gonna be a fun time. And I think I hold space for people pretty well.
That's great. I love that. I'm low key funny too. Like once people know me, I'm like low key like funny, but I'm quiet. So people sometimes like you just have to be close to me to hear like the joke or
Right.
something like that. But I'm low key funny, y'all. Low key. Let me see.
Lucky,
Yeah. Low key,
y'all
low
just
key.
gotta be close.
You just gotta be an earshot, you know? When is the last time that you did something for the first time?
Oof, did something for the first time. Let me see. I went to a speakeasy recently that was pirate themed.
Oh, that's cute.
That was interesting. I never done that before. That's probably the only thing that I can think of. But it was really interesting. Like it was like boats and like pirate. And the music was also pirate themed, which was interesting.
Okay.
I said, where is Lil Baby? No, I'm just kidding.
They went there. They did the music too.
They went the whole nine for sure.
What if they had like pirate themed like little baby music? Like that would be crazy. Like
That would be even better. Would have preferred that over like that one sound on TikTok where it's like yo ho.
uh-huh.
They were playing that, and I'm like, I don't fully understand.
They
Where are we going here?
they
Like,
were on it.
if I'm drinking, like that's not the type of music I want to hear.
Right, right. Maybe they gotta rethink that. Come in for the strategy, girl.
I should give them a call, but they're
Yeah.
in Tampa, so I
Uh,
probably won't.
got you, got you.
Make anything serious out of that.
Do they have a lot of speakeasies down there? You're still in Atlanta?
Yeah, I'm in Atlanta. I just was in Tampa for 2 weeks.
Hmm.
But no, that's the only one that I've been to. I know there are a lot of speakeasies here in Atlanta though. Like I know
Okay.
the James Room, I love that place, or JoJo's Beloved. Like if whenever you come to Atlanta, which you should be coming soon, right?
I should be. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
I should be. Look, let me see. What is a current mini win or highlight of the year that you have that you're like really proud of?
So many. I got to work with a global brand that I can't talk about.
Hmm.
Um, but that's exciting.
Can't talk about it
Uh,
like ever, or you can't talk about it yet.
I can't talk about the brand at all. Yeah.
Wow. Ooh.
Um, at all. Um, but mini win. Mm, Yeah, I would go for that one. All of my client success always feels like a win for me. Like,
Mhm.
Kai, you met Kai. Y'all work together
Okay.
now.
Yes.
Kai feels like a win for me too because she used to be a makeup artist and now she does content. So that makes me very proud and like, want to brag about her her accomplished in the same way that they would be mine, you know?
Yeah, yes, I love
Yeah.
Kai. I told her the first time I met her, I said, "You stuck with me," and she thought I was joking.
I think she thought you were joking too.
Like, I'm
Based
like,
off
"You're."
the DM, she was telling me, and I'm like, no, this is great for you. Like, this is perfect.
Yeah, I'm like, "You're literally stuck with me now." So, yeah, that's what it is.
Good.
So the last one, if you weren't a brand and content strategist right now, is there anything else you could see yourself doing or any other endeavors that you want to embark on?
Absolutely. I would still be an influencer, but I want to do like car reviews. Like,
Okay.
as an influencer, like, I wanna be like a car influencer, I guess.
Yes.
But I love cars, and I love going to test drive cars, and, like, I love fast cars. It's, like, one of the things that just makes me happy. Like, my mom says I've always been like that, like, when my dad would pull up on a four-wheeler, like, I would run to the door like,
Yeah.
"Daddy's outside."
Aw.
Um, so I kind of always, like, loved AutoZone, just, like, random, like, car-related stuff too. Um, but yeah, I would probably just, be a car influencer. I can see that happening in my 3.0 life. I'm currently in my 2.0.
I love it. Hey, why not? You can do anything in this world.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
I love it. I would love to know about your experience at Black Girl Digital because I've never been
Oh,
before.
yeah, me
But how was your
either.
Okay, how was your experience? Like what's going on there?
Really, really good. Like I said, I never gone either. I got an invite to come as an influencer. And what's funny, Aquia, is like, it's like I know that they invited me, but I don't want to go. What
You
people
didn't
don't know about me is like
you
it just makes me like socially anxious sometimes, like especially knowing that I was going by myself. Like I knew I would probably have friends there, especially because the Atlanta creative community is just so small.
Okay.
But I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna take it one day at a time. So
Yeah.
like the first day was game night, the second day was a full day like conference experience, and then the third day was the um the Black Girl Digital Awards. And so the game night was super fun. I beat a couple people in air hockey.
That's
I
my
warned them.
game.
Told them, I said, baby, I went to the Boys and Girls Club. You won't be able to beat me. Okay.
Okay. Period.
And so that was really cool. I think that was hosted by That Game Social, which is a company based here in Atlanta.
Mhm.
And then day two was really good too. I got to see my friend Jaleesa. We're friends via social media. This was my first time getting to meet her.
Uh-huh.
But the panel that I got to see was the value of influencer. That was really good. I also got to see the Snapchat panel too, or like presentation,
Okay.
where Snapchat was like, I didn't even know people were on Snapchat.
I
Did you know
just
that?
I just rediscovered that probably sometime earlier this year. I was like, people, I had Snapchat like I had Snapchat, not Snap, yeah, I had Snapchat way before I had Instagram.
Like 2014.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I'm
but
surprised, but something's happening over there.
people are apparently making big money over there. I don't think I have the energy to want to build another platform, but it was
Mhm.
really nice to learn about that. And then the influencer panel was them talking about like rates and just like how to position yourself as an influencer, how to grow the platform and all of those things, which was really nice, especially to see like a panel full of Black women.
Yeah.
And then the host was an agency owner, which is actually what inspired my decision.
Oh,
Okay. But
got
she works specifically with influencers who like want to be face forward to the camera.
yeah.
And then day three was the digital awards, and that was really nice. It was a real gala. It was like full production. The whole weekend was sponsored by Walt Disney. And I think they had a couple other sponsors. I'm not sure, but I know Walt Disney for sure because it was on all of the promotion. But yeah, it was a great weekend, and I'm so grateful that I got over myself and decided to go, especially because it was kind of a drive.
Mm,
It was like maybe 30, 40 minutes, and I live in the city, so everything is like 5 minutes away. So
got
anything more than that, I'm like, oh God,
Take
I
me
gotta
home.
drive, you know.
Mhm, mhm.
But
Maybe I
yeah, it
can
was worth
check it
it.
out. I'll check it out next year. I saw so many people's, like, vlogs and stuff like that about
Yeah,
the awards and all of that. I'm like, it looked really, really good. So I'm like, I don't be
yeah.
knowing about this stuff until it's over. I need to, like, plug in more because, like, Black Girl Digital, Afrotech, and, like, a few other ones, I'm, like, never in the know until it's on Instagram.
Yeah, I think that this year, I feel like they had a lot more promotion because they had a lot more influencers in the room. I think this was their first year for the influencer weekend. I can't remember. I feel like I'm getting it backwards. Like one, either the awards or the weekend was the first time that they did it.
Got you. Got
You
you.
know, but anyways, I feel like their promotion now is like getting a lot of traction and people absolutely want to be there, you
Yeah,
know.
I'm trying to be up in that joint next year. Hopefully they
Trying to
have
be up in
a
there.
podcast. They have like a podcast category, maybe. Like hopefully I win the podcast.
Not only podcast category, but what you could probably pitch to them,
Mm-hmm.
okay, is that they fly you out to host your podcast live,
Right.
like in one of the rooms as far as PR.
Mhm, mhm. I've been trying to do that too with like even the beauty spaces in the beauty space, like the makeup show and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Trying to
Oh,
get friends in
yeah.
beauty like in there like
Mhm.
that too. Yeah. But you have to tell us about Apollo 44, the
Of course.
agency. Like of course what inspired it a little bit of the story and then
Mhm.
like why you decided to is it like a faceless agency, like all of that? Like just give us the tea.
Yeah, here's so the tea is that I've been 2023. It's actually the first time that I had the idea to create an agency.
Mhm.
Um I was working with a big name client and they were trying to bring me on to be like a graphic designer, social media manager, a whole bunch of other stuff. And we're only trying to pay me like $2,000.
Mhm.
And I was like, you're trying to hire me for something that three people need to be doing, not just me. And so it really gave me the idea to start an agency. So I went into Notion and created an agency tab because I knew that at some point it was going to be full.
Yeah.
So all through 2024, I've been operating under like a Becoming Supernova agency, but I was just like, I really do enjoy brand strategy, but I don't really want to do that. Like that isn't the only thing that fulfills me.
Mhm.
And so then I went to Black Girl Digital and I was like, I want to be a agency owner that does also work with influencers, which I can explain a little bit more about what that influencer side will look like. But it actually wasn't until maybe 2 days before I made the post about the agency where I got full clarity.
Gotcha.
Um, because I knew that I wanted to create content. I knew that I wanted to help brands, small to medium, but I just didn't know how to articulate what I had in my head. And so I was talking to a friend of mine. Her name is Sim. She owns Sim. She does like, you know, where to go spots in Atlanta kind of
Say her name
content.
is what?
And Sim, SIM,
Sim, okay.
Sim in the City is her Instagram. But I called her and I was like, okay, friend, walk with me. I have an idea, but I don't have the words. And I am a big believer in like words will really help you go further because you have to be able to tell people in like 5 minutes or less. You need
Mhm.
30 seconds, you know? And so after that call, I was like, that's it. Like I want to create faceless content. I want to create hands only content. Like I want to create what people imagine to be UGC, but only like unboxing, like really monopolizing, or not, that's not the best word.
Capitalizing.
Capitalizing, yeah. Really capitalizing off of um, people being able to just be hands in content because I know there are so many creators that want to create content that are a little scared, to be in front of the camera, but
Yes.
this is your opportunity to really just like brag about the fact that that's your cheek in the commercial or that's your
Right.
hands on their page. Um, so really Apollo 44 is an opportunity for um my agency to create filler content for brands to
Mhm.
give you a little bit more insight. So it is UGC, it is faceless, it is hands only,
Yeah.
with some other small parts of the body, but it's really like anonymous. Like I don't know who that is exactly.
Yeah.
But the reason or the biggest reason that I decided to go this route is because in working with brands, I realized that they just don't have enough content. Like they spend a lot of their marketing budget and strategy focusing on high level influencers
Uh-huh.
and kind of miss out on the opportunity to keep the conversation going. So like they post this big campaign here and this big campaign there, but what about the in between? And so I really wanted, I kept telling Sam, I'm like, I want to create in between content and filler content and content.
Yeah.
Like, but what does that mean? And so what it looks like is creating more content that can be repurposed because it's faceless, because there's nobody attached to the content. And that could also reduce production costs for a lot of brands because friend, I got this all thought out. Oh my gosh. It feels so good to be able to like say it. Um, but also reducing production costs because we don't necessarily have to hire hair and makeup and
Right.
those kind of things. But obviously we will, support all types of creators and involve everybody just because like it's gonna be fun. I'm still working on like the hiring part and what that really looks like, but
Yeah.
overall, I feel confident.
Yeah.
That's
That's
my word.
yeah,
It's
it's though so it's gonna be an agency in the sense that you're gonna have I guess people who are dedicated to creating that content for the brands.
yes. So right now, I really want to focus on working locally.
Mhm.
Um, So like local creators who will come into the studio and we all record together. That is the goal right now until we can expand and maybe send products to other people and like add people to our PR list so that they can produce content for us. I don't really have I have a full plan. I don't know
Mhm.
how it's gonna go yet. I gotta run a show, but we might have to,
Yeah.
finesse it a little bit and just kind of roll with the punches. But Jules, right?
Uh-huh.
Jules
Yeah.
dropping Jules. So we did a strategy session a couple of days ago because like my thing is I love to create the content and that's where I really thrive. But as far as my business model, I wanted to make sure that that was rock solid. So we did a strategy session for me to do like 30, 60, 90 days of
Yeah.
planning. And that's really helping me.
Yeah, because I was gonna ask you, like, what is I guess, the business structure, I guess, that goes behind, not necessarily saying like an LLC, but like, what is it,
Mhm.
like, how do you have to put stuff together on the back end to run an agency or to have an agency? Is it anything special that you have to do?
No, I wouldn't say that there's anything special. I think there are kind of like two business models that you can have, especially when it comes to talent or crew, is you can either be like have people on retainer or you can contract out. And so that is going to be my way of producing the content is with contractors because I don't really have the revenue flowing just yet. And I don't want to commit to retainers. If nobody's committed to a retainer to me, I can't commit to y'all, and
Right.
I love y'all forever. But um, I would say like that's probably the only thing that may be a little different is like really considering like who and how you're going to be hiring. But other than that, like the biggest thing that I've been working on is my website,
Mm-hmm.
which has been really fun. I've been like working simultaneously. So I knew that I needed content to be able to showcase my ability to create content. Um, so I knew I needed evidence for that. And I also knew that that evidence needed to be plastered on my website. So I was using creating content and filming that process, posting it to Instagram to then use it on my website. So it's
Yeah.
like super clear that like it's a full ecosystem and trying to close the gaps.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
You be doing so much. You be doing so much stuff.
No, literally.
This is exciting. So with the agency as well, does it with it you being UGC, I don't know much about like brand deals and stuff like that, but does it also cut down on, you know how some brands you have to sign some kind of contract for them to continue
Oh,
to
like in
like run
perpetuity?
ads on your stuff and
Hmm.
does it cut down on that too because you're not because it's faceless?
Um, not really. I
Okay.
haven't figured that part out just yet. So what you're asking about is like in perpetuity is
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
the phrase or term. And it's like being able to use my content forever for everything.
Hmm.
I haven't necessarily figured out if that's the route that I even need to go. Because these contractors would be working through my agency. I don't know necessarily like I gotta do some more research as far as like protecting them and protecting the content that we create. But how do I put this? Um, Traditionally, agencies don't necessarily have that fee as a, you know. unless you are an influencer agency, which is why I'm like, it's a hybrid experience. That's why I'm like a
Mm.
little unsure.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. So as
we're
far
figuring it out.
yeah, with content right now, is there anything well, not is there, I know it is, but what's dead and what's working right now as far as content? Because it's like I feel like it's just ever evolving. One thing's is
Yeah,
popping today, and then next month is gonna be something different. Like, but at this current moment, what's dead and what's working?
hashtags are dead.
Okay. And I see you
Hashtags
still
haven't.
and I saw you say that like months ago, and I think it's like a habit, you know? It's like one of them
Yeah,
habit.
I haven't used the hashtag. I don't know how long. Yeah, I'm like,
Really?
I don't want to use a hashtag no more. Yeah,
That's
like,
but what about the people that still use it? Like the consumers that still actually use hashtags to find stuff? Are they able to find you still from your keywords and not a hashtag?
well, that's the thing. So people think about Instagram and SEO as being synonymous sometimes. And like SEO and TikTok are synonymous, but SEO doesn't really apply to Instagram in the same way.
Okay.
So the way that I can go literally type in a sound on TikTok and find the sound immediately is SEO. Or I can go type in a hashtag and find it. Instagram actually isn't, they haven't figured it out when it comes to SEO and being able to find things. I know that recently that Instagram removed the ability to even follow a hashtag. Like before you could just click follow like ATL
Wow.
makeup artist and they
Yeah.
removed that feature because hashtags are what dead.
Did. What?
And then you said what's working. I think voiceovers are working. I think vlog style content is working. But the thing is, like, what's working now as far as types of content are the things that have always been working. Like, documenting is always going to be valuable to your consumer because they want to know what's going on. If people can watch the Kardashians and whoever else that has a TV show all day,
Yeah.
they'll absolutely watch our content. They're actually probably spending more time on your content because people don't even have cable no more.
Right. I don't have
You know,
cable anymore.
I ain't had cable. I don't think I've ever had cable.
Got me a little fire stick, and that's about it.
Okay, I got Netflix and Disney. That's all I need.
That's all, that's all you need.
That's all I need.
Yeah, and I got my YouTube, and that's I'm
Yeah,
good.
I think at some point, we really want to think about social media as another form of TV. Like I've been mentioning that
Yeah.
um to like my clients, like they need to be creating like series, not in a way to be like, hey, I have this series for y'all, but maybe it's more so on the back end so that you can remember like I need to be filling these particular buckets when it comes to my content.
Yeah, continuous content that just builds on top
Right.
of each other.
Exactly.
Hold up. So if I don't use hashtags, what do I do? I just don't like, I'm just like stuck. Like, okay, so what's gonna happen with my friends in beauty hashtag and all that stuff? Like,
You can still use that. I just really don't know how impactful that is. I think you need to go under what's his name, Monseri,
yeah, that guy from Instagram.
the Instagram guy with the glasses. You got to go in his comments and ask him. So what I do now? You
What
know,
happened?
Terri is just a messenger. I haven't done anything to make the hashtags not impactful no more. I just realized that these aren't really working the same way. Even when you go to a hashtag, like to find like that's why I say TikTok is just killing the game because I can look for something like if I want to find food places in Turks and Caicos that's in a particular area, me finding exactly what I need within the first 5 videos is
Got you.
easy.
Got you.
Me doing the same thing on Instagram will bring up Trump content. And I'm like,
This
what's
is not
going
what I
on? Do you
expected.
work or not? It's just I think there's a disconnect for
So
like you being able to search.
so what are we supposed to be doing? Like just making sure our captions are like very descriptive?
Yeah, I would, work to be a lot more expressive in your captions. So I guess what you're asking me is like, how do we still reach the people? You need to be
Mhm.
posting video content.
Mhm.
Um, Video content, I know carousels also work really well as far as like getting your content out to the people, but I would be posting reels every day.
Reels. Okay. Posting
Yeah.
reels every day. You know one thing I cannot figure out. I don't know if it's my age or what it is. I don't know what I'm supposed to do on TikTok. Like people keep on telling me like you need to be on TikTok, you need to be on TikTok. I have a TikTok account, but I don't
Okay.
actively like post on TikTok because I know I realized that like the content that people like on Instagram is not necessarily going to translate the same all the time on TikTok. So
Mhm.
what am I supposed to be doing on TikTok? And people like, just get on there and do what you're doing now, talk. I'm like, what? Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do on TikTok.
I think now TikTok has its own little downfalls, right?
Mhm.
So, yes, I would recommend just talking, like, mentioning it's not the same promotion as far as Instagram goes. Like, you can be on Instagram and say, like, hey, we got a new episode with Terry Watson for the
Right.
Friends of Beauty podcast. Go watch it. Um, and people go watch it. I feel like because TikTok's algorithm is so superb, people don't actually follow anybody. I can't tell you anybody's name that I actually love on TikTok.
Mm.
Their actual at name. I can't tell you. Um, and so I guess what that means for me is like, or I guess I'm trying to figure out like what type of content you would be posting. Like you would just talk, but I'm not sure like what you would want to talk. Like what do you feel like you want to talk about?
I don't know. I could talk about a lot of stuff because, like, I know I have like a lot of random thoughts, like this stuff that pops up in my head. I'm like, I should record it, tell people about this, but I don't know. I
Maybe okay, so maybe that's the thing that you say. I had a random thought and I thought I should record is your opening line for all your TikToks. So that's one thing that I always encourage my clients to do is to have an opener because even if I don't remember your ad name, I will remember the thing that you said in the first 3 seconds because that's typically the thing I will go type in, like random thought, but decided to record, like
yeah,
that thing alone, especially because it's reoccurring. So I would start all of my TikToks like I had a random thought and I decided to record it. So I'm sharing with y'all. Boom. Now we
yeah,
share the random thought. It's kind of and I know I'm like getting excited here, but one thing that's really important when it comes to content is to be honest. I think for a lot of people, like in relationships, like interpersonal, like when you're standing in front of somebody, like your job is to be transparent, like spill the beans, like be honest past any boundaries, right? Honesty, I think, has some boundaries. And I want you to be honest as far as like telling people what you feel, how we got here, like spill the beans as far as like how we got to the podcast, why you have a podcast, who you've had on there, what you
mhm,
learned from them. Like those are the things that you could be sharing.
yeah.
Um, but with boundaries, like you don't have to show people like your whole
Mhm.
house, those kind of things. Like just be honest. Like I think TikTok's un unpredictable. So I would go in just like posting content because I want to, because there is a freedom there. And post more than once a day.
Yeah,
That would
yeah.
be my strategy
I
if
always
if
tell
I were
people
you.
I always tell people when my phone storage says full, TikTok is the first thing to get deleted because I'm like, I ain't using this thing. Get up off of
That's
here.
fair.
But I need to
That's fair.
go ahead and put it back on my phone and give it a try. I don't know. We'll see. Because I already have like
Yeah.
Instagram and YouTube that I'm, consistent on. That's
Hmm.
the extra thing to do.
Yeah, I feel like TikTok could be like the unorthodox perspective of friends and beauty, where like Instagram is a little bit more curated, YouTube is curated, but TikTok is where we get to see like the unfiltered, raw version of like we're about to go live, with the speaker, and like these are the things that I really want to know, or these are the things that I'm really worried about or excited about, whatever case may be.
Got you. Got you. Okay.
Yeah,
That makes sense. That makes
yeah.
sense. One thing I feel like with when it comes to content, a lot of people, of
Mhm,
course, are not how can I say a lot of people struggle with like what to post, but there's also people out there who have like too much content, I feel like, in a sense that
mhm.
paralyzes them. So like how much is like too much to post? Like how much is too much to post in like a week, a day, or whatever? Because I feel like for me personally, I have so much stuff that I could share that normally I just get paralyzed and don't share because I'm like, I don't want to like bombard people. And also notice that like if I have a post that's like doing really well, like if I post something else, it's not going to get the same like attention. It's just going to focus on like that post that's doing really well. So I'm like, my problem is too much content. I got too much because I got the podcast, and I do my YouTube videos that I could post clips of, then just like a whole bunch of stuff.
It depends on what you want to tell the people. I think spending too much time focusing on views, likes, shares, those kind of things is how you miss out on actually telling the people what you need them to know.
Mm-hmm.
I typically I used to post every day. I took a break like a couple of weeks ago just to kind of recalibrate as far as the agency goes. Um, but I will say that when it comes to posting content, your job is to tell the people what they need to know and what their next move is. So if you need them to go watch your YouTube video and you don't have any other content but the clip, you need to post a clip because they need to
Mm-hmm.
go watch it,
Mm-hmm.
right? Um, and then when it comes to like hoarding, that's what I call them. I call them hoarders. So you're a hoarder too, Queer.
I am.
Um, that's okay. But hoarders sometimes have a full storage unit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, you have this full storage unit where you have this idea, you see this reel, and you're like, oh my God, I want to create something just like that. But you put the idea into the storage unit, you don't actually create it. I think what happens for hoarders is that they go to the brim with their ideas and old content that they forget that that's even in there. It's like out of sight, out of mind. And they're always still looking for what's new because social media is ever evolving. So
Right.
I try to encourage hoarders to do like 30 days of just posting older content, putting them together in compilations and being like, I can't believe I built this whole podcast.
Yeah.
Do a little celebration that way that you can actually get rid of some of this content while also not like, because I think that's the issue for a lot of people is like, okay, well, this happened 2 years ago. Like, can I still post it? It's still relevant if you decide it is.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of like rappers and singers, like they do that too, where they'll put out a deluxe version of an album that they released 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Right? Like I think SZA released a deluxe for Control, which was like literally 2016 or something, 2017.
Uh-huh.
But in like 2022, 2023. And so I think absolutely post the old content so that you can start to clear out, that storage unit just a little bit and feel a lot more confident. I think that's also the issue is like you just have so much stuff that you haven't posted that you lose confidence in the new stuff that you want to create too.
Yeah. I got some things. It just be a lot, girl. It be
Yeah.
a lot. Yeah. Do
I
you have
understand.
huh?
I understand. I'm right there with you in solidarity.
Yeah, because if I do like a vlog or if I do a YouTube episode, then I have my membership, and then sometimes I repost other people's stuff.
Mhm.
I'm like, and then if I post myself, when do I post myself? When do I post myself? Just looking cute.
Are you recording right now
Huh?
outside of the Zoom? Is your phone propped up recording?
Not right now.
Oh, well.
Because you know what it is? I need to get a second tripod. I only
Oh,
have one tripod, so my phone is right here. I could be recording, but
you could be recording, like you could be recording, like that could be your POV for TikTok alone.
yeah,
Mhm.
got you. The TikTok is TikTok big on like voiceovers and stuff too, or
Yeah, I think the content that people create is pretty universal across all platforms, like voiceovers and day in the lives. Like all of those are pretty universal, no matter what platform it is.
got you. How
Yeah,
you feeling about AI these days? Like
good question.
how you using it? Like, are you using it?
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Um, I love AI. I use ChatGPT often. That's actually how I was able to refine my language um, for Apollo 44.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I like to use like specific GPTs. So I have the paid version of ChatGPT, and
Hmm.
I use that option or that paid version to be able to use custom GPTs that were created by other people. I already have one of my own. It's a Supernova GPT where you can ask it how to position yourself as an Instagram expert, pretty
Hmm.
much. But I like that part of AI where I can like I have a creative writing GPT that I use all the time that helps me again refine my language and like the things that I want to say to people and like captions sometimes because I think the regular or traditional chat GPT is too generic and I
Mhm.
need something that has a little bit more information, a little bit more training. So the custom GPTs really come in handy. And I think the paid version is only like $20 a month.
Okay.
Um, I like that. I also love like video AI where you can create videos. In using AI, I don't think that AI will be taking any of our jobs anytime soon, so nobody worry. Because it just it just doesn't give um it's just not it hasn't learned enough yet. So
Yeah.
at least right now, right? Because the whole point of it being a computer is so that it can learn and figure it out. But it's too, I don't think it will ever be able to take our jobs because it's too by the book. Um, it's not it's not humanized enough. And I
Yeah.
don't think it ever will be because it doesn't have the same emotions and thought processes that we have.
Mhm.
Um, but otherwise, me and ChatGPT go together real bad. Mhm.
Real bad. Yeah, I do like ChatGPT, but I need to get the paid version because when I'm using the free version, I'm just very descriptive with what I want. Like I give it so much information to kind of like spit out something that resonates with me. And then
Mhm.
I still kind of
Mhm.
have to go back in there and tweak the words to make it, sound more like me. But I like AI. I've been using ChatGPT, Opus. I've been using Opus clips lately, like for the
Too
podcast.
clever. Mhm.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Because when I looked at it, I said, oh, so this is what the editor's been doing. Y'all just been using Opus
Yeah.
clips and just giving it to me. I could do this myself. Shoot,
Right.
I could do this. I'm real techie, so I'm like,
Yeah, me too. I love some
hand it
software.
over. Yeah, hand it over.
Yeah.
Let me do it. Do you have any favorite content tools or gadgets right now?
Um, I love the DJI, the Pocket 3. I have it right here.
I need to get that one.
This bad boy, she's just so good.
I have like an
Um,
older version of it that someone gave me, but I don't know
oh,
what
where the screen
version
doesn't
it
turn?
is. No, it doesn't
Yeah,
turn. No.
yeah,
That's so cute.
yeah. I think this one's much better because you can create two different types of content. Like you can create like the YouTube style or like real style.
Mhm.
This is my fanny pack that I was mentioning in the beginning. That's why I need a fanny pack. Oh, this bad boy, this is my adapter,
Yes, uh-huh,
of
I have
course.
one
So
of
it
those.
goes like directly into my phone. Or I can take the SD card out of my DJI and plug it up straight into here.
Yeah,
Also, fun fact, you can plug up the DJI straight into your computer and you don't have to take out the SD card.
okay.
Um, and then a recent purchase is this lens, which is like a macro lens, which is great for me to be able to produce the uh, UGC content.
Mhm.
Um, but it just looks like this, and it clips onto the back of your phone, like
Okay.
like this.
Oh my god.
Um, so it's huge, but it's really just a fisheye. Um,
Mhm.
have
Okay.
you used a fisheye lens before? So this is kind of what it looks like. I don't know if you can see that. Hold on.
Got it.
I don't know if it'll
That's right.
hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Can you see?
Together. Okay, a little bit. Back up a little bit.
A
Yep, right
little.
there. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay,
So
yes.
it's just a little fish island. So this is what it looks like with it, and then this is what it looks like without it.
Got you.
Yeah.
Fire. You got that from Amazon?
I did get her from Amazon.
I know
Yeah.
Amazon hate to see you coming.
Oh no, for sure. I was just thinking that I need to order like some prop stuff, like a product photography set so I can start creating more content at home. So Amazon
Yeah.
about to see me today.
I know that's right. Gotta get you some stock. You got some stock in Amazon?
No, I have some stock in Kava, Fiverr, Target, and General Electric.
That's one thing I want to start talking about more is like investing, like for like beauty pros, because I'm like
Oh
really into,
yeah.
like investing and stuff now. So I'm like, we need to
Mhm.
be investing in these companies that we be using all the time. Like really,
Oh yeah. Sephora, Sephora is she's pretty affordable. Let me go see real quick.
Mhm.
I use Robinhood for my investing. I was just telling my boyfriend, like, I think I'm killing it. He's like, you are, and you don't know what the hell you're doing.
Yep. Even if you just took, like if you're a makeup artist and you just took the tips or something that your clients give you,
Yeah.
and you start putting it to the side and, like, investing into something.
Oh no, it's Ulta.
Ulta.
Ulta has stock.
Yep.
And Ulta is $361. You probably can't see that.
I see it right
Oh,
now, 261. It went up. Last time I looked at it, it was like 2 something. It might be because of the holidays, maybe. But I think,
I don't know. It's been pretty up and down, but Ulta is 361. Costco. Oh my gosh. Do you want to know how much Costco costs? Right.
oh, I'm scared. How
Guess.
much? It gotta
Guess.
be
How
like
much?
5 something.
$900.
Oh my god.
$900.
I was gonna say 1,000, but I was like, "Nah." Wow.
No, close. 900. It was like $901. But yeah, I have only just recently started investing. I invested in like Dogecoin back in like the pandemic when everybody was like Dogecoin is gonna get to $1. Like $600, and I said, I'm gonna
And
get money
Bitcoin
back.
is on the
This ain't
rise.
going to $1, and it never did. So
Yeah,
people are rooting for it to go back to $1 now.
Bitcoin is on the rise right now, and I think Sephora is up under, like, the LVMH, the LV something, the tick
Oh, maybe like their house that they're in.
okay,
That makes
Hennessy
sense.
something, whatever that thing,
Hmm.
but Sephora is up
Bitcoin hit like almost $100,000. Like it's been
yes,
like at like 90 something,
I'm
but it
in
hit
Bitcoin right
98,000.
now. Let me see where
Yeah,
it's at. Let me look at my phone and see where Bitcoin is at, 'cause it did go up to, like, 98 something or 99 the other day
I
right
think it
now.
went down yesterday though. Like
It's
it's at
like
like 96
yeah,
right now.
it's gonna go back up, though.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah, girl, we gotta get these coins all around.
Facts, facts, facts.
All around. I wanted to ask you too, how are you managing, like, I guess your schedule on a daily basis with all the moving parts of things that you have? Like personal content, creating content for brands, like the programs that you have, speaking, YouTube, like how do you go about um structuring your productivity?
Yeah. Well, YouTube is taking a back burner because I want to figure out like what type of content I want to create. Like I really enjoyed the vlogs, but I was like, I really don't enjoy recording every single part of my day.
Girl.
But I figure like that I either want to create educational content or vlog content that is just like one particular moment.
Mm-hmm.
Which again I haven't figured it out. So
Oh, yeah.
YouTube took a back burner, is on the back burner right now. Um, I'm working with a couple like coaching clients, and I know that schedule I only have calls on Mondays and Tuesdays. For the most part, like those calls are only like an hour. I only have 3 clients for that. And so right now I'm just kind of in a pivoting season, which is a big sacrifice because I can't really take on um new coaching clients because it takes up so much of my brain power. I'm like, I'm giving you all of the things that you need to know as far as like what type of content to create and all those things. But
Yeah.
once my book started to slow down as far as coaching goes, like I was able to finally like, oh, Apollo 44, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So right now it's kind of like a slow season for me. Like I'm not pushing to speed it up. I'm kind of like at the valley, I guess.
Yeah.
And I know that there's like a mountain on the way, but I'm just trying to, keep my cool. I got some money saved up, so I'm just like really coasting in this to try to really figure it out.
Mhm, mhm,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, that's one thing I kinda, I was just telling someone else earlier that I talked to that I kinda struggle with the daily schedule. I know what needs to get done, but anytime I try to create, like, a real, like, "Okay, from this time to this time, Imma do this," it literally, like, never works. Like
The only thing that really works for me is the Pomodoro method. And I have to have my headphones.
okay.
Oh my gosh. But the Pomodoro method is just a timer. Pretty much like you can use a timer on your phone. It's like you do like 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off, but you'd have to start and stop it. And so I
Mhm.
use this website called Pomodoro Kitty. It's like a little cute kitty. My kitty's name is Wi-Fi. And it allows me to like really lock in. So I know like before my hour is up, like I can't touch my phone. Obviously, you can still pick up the phone. Like there are no real restraints outside of your own discipline.
Right.
But I think I really enjoy knowing that I have this amount of time. Like, I think it works really well for those people that are like, I work really good under pressure, you know? I'm not
Mhm.
one of those people, but
Yeah.
I do think it works really well for me.
Yeah, for sure. One thing I wanted to circle back to too is like
Mhm,
what did you say just now? You said something, oh, I think your clients or your coaching clients slowed down so you were able to work on
mhm,
Apollo 44. I
mhm.
wanted to know about like or any insight you can give or advice you can give in order to like slow down or pause and to gather yourself in order to switch to do something else, but, like, still making money at the same time, like, if that makes sense? Like, you know that you have to slow down in order to get the ideas out about Apollo 44, but also you still need
Mhm.
to make money at the same time to pay your bills.
It's tricky.
Yeah.
There's no silver bullet, I can tell you that much. I think luckily for me at this point in my career, in my business, is that people have always or have been wanting to work with me since years ago. And so, like, they are figuring it out now, And so there is no post or anything that I need to do in order to convince them because they were convinced years ago, which is the
Mhm.
value of being able to post content or posting content in general, is because you're convincing people as you post the content so that they can be like, yes, I want to buy in, right? No matter what that time frame looks like, whether it's 2 years or 6 months.
Mhm.
Um, I think the biggest value is living with another person.
I know.
I
Right.
do live with my boyfriend, so, he kinda takes up a lot of the, like, financial burden, and which I'm really grateful for. So that gives me the opportunity to kinda slow down if I need to, um, and figure things out, get the pieces together. But otherwise, like, I'm trying to think of other last year, oh my gosh, last year I was in a slow season because all year I was talking about branding. And
Mhm.
that people needed to brand themselves, and then I had a light bulb switch that I need to be talking about content and not branding anymore.
Yeah.
But man, that was a slow season. I was like, "I
Mm.
believe in this so much, but I'm finna quit in 2 seconds if somebody don't come give me some money,"
Okay.
you know? And I think that slow season lasted like, I feel like I'm in a slow season every Q4.
Okay.
My Q1 is always like, boom, like, I'm ready, like, Q4 feels like my new year every
Yeah.
single time. I don't know why, but my business was started like my very like Make Me Fabulous, which was the name of my first makeup business, started January 30th. Everything seems to start for me in January for some
Got
reason.
you.
So again, my mountain is on the way.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, Q4 always seems like a slow season. That slow season last year lasted from like maybe September until March.
Really?
And it was a struggle. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pay my rent. I don't know if I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm being real vulnerable right now, but I think it's necessary to be honest so that
It's
like you people are only seeing the reels, they're only
yeah.
seeing the highlights of your life. And so March 2024 was a game changer because I had decided a month before that I was gonna have a $10,000 service and somebody booked it.
Wow. Yes, get them coins.
Yeah.
So,
So
you were still, like, creating content and stuff in that slow season? Like, still putting out stuff?
absolutely. I
Okay.
was creating content. I was creating merch, which I created out of this planet. Um, but I was doing a lot of experimentation. I think for a lot of people that you may think that a slow season means that you need to shut it down, and that may be the case. I don't think that was the case for me. I think at the time I just really needed to test my own creativity and see what I could create,
Mhm.
even if I was in survival or scarcity mode. And I feel like that moment really did define, like, where I am now and being able to, like, be proud of what I've created because it really pushed me, like, what does it look like to create a whole, clothing line and record the whole process and show people that you can get people in at the ground level, like, that really did, like,
Yeah.
change my own perception of what I could do.
Yeah, I think you do a good
Yeah,
job of, like, taking people on the journey with you and, like and
yeah,
being, like, authentic and vulnerable and, like, showing people, like, this is what it takes, and even if it don't work
yeah,
out, like, this is what what
yeah.
happened, so, yeah, I
And
enjoyed that.
it's hard, it's not easy to be vulnerable and tell people, like, with boundaries what's going on, and
Mhm.
that you are figuring it out. But I will say that it is almost relieving people. Like I am figuring it out and I don't have all the answers, but we can figure it out together. And I think that's why I love content even more because I really see it as an outlet fully because I got friends and I got a group chat where I can,
Yeah.
spill the tea about what I'm feeling. But ultimately, like I do have this community that I built that will root for me no matter where I am because I have always been honest.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. You had to tell me about going supernova. I saw you did an event where you had like different creators come in,
Yes.
like learn from you and everything. How was
Hmm. So I actually have open cart right now for going supernova for
yeah.
next year. And I
Okay.
haven't told anybody. I only talked about it once. But yes, so going supernova was a 1 day event where people got to fly in because literally 80% of the people that were there flew in from like Kentucky, New York, all the places, right?
Yeah.
And I had experts come in to teach them about all the things. So marketing, marketing mindset, email marketing, like brand stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I had Jen Sharkey, I had Jalen Bolden, I had Rachel LaForest and LaShauna West come in and speak to the people in the room.
Uh-huh.
I fed them and everything. I fed them kava, of course. That's why I got that kava stock.
I know that's right.
It was a great experience. I think what I learned from it is that there needed to be some prep work
Mhm.
on the front end. Like they needed to be prepped with like the branding and marketing stuff so that we can get in a room and we can create some content. You can leave like with edited content that's like ready to be posted. So
Mhm.
that's what it's gonna look like for next year. So we actually start on January 1st
Okay.
and like let's hit the ground running. But it's an 8 week experience, 8 weeks of coaching, and it's a group hybrid. So typically, group hybrids look um like I don't know how to explain it. Anyways, it's a group hybrid, and we meet in small groups and then large groups. Okay, so there's gonna be you, your launch partner, and me on a call
Uh-huh.
um, on weeks uh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, weeks 1, 5, and 8 are big group, and all of the weeks in between are small group with you and your launch partners, so that you can have like real time feedback from the person that you're doing this journey with, and then we meet in person for content intensive day.
That's dope. I love it. So hold on. So are the
Thank you.
people that are coming to you, they're creating content for other people, like how you are, or they're creating content for themselves?
They're creating content for themselves in this case, so this is still a part of like my coaching experience that I have done traditionally.
Uh-huh.
That's probably the only thing that I will probably keep around is going supernova. I don't know how it's gonna look after this next go round, but no, it's for them to be able to create content for their own businesses. One thing that I really loved is like seeing them like finally feel creative and feel like they can say the things to the camera,
Yeah.
directly. So that's a lot of the work that we do is like getting you out of your comfort zone so that you can say to the camera, like, hi guys, my name is Terry Watson and I'm a branded content strategist that owns
Mm,
Apollo 44 agency.
yeah.
Being able to say that so fluently takes some work, takes a couple, cuts. But at the end of the day, like I want people to be able to create the content because again, like that's how you get people to talk about you, think about you when you're not in the room.
Yeah.
Um, and it builds confidence.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm excited for them. Shoot, y'all got the best of
Mhm.
the best teaching y'all, period. I would love to
Yes.
know too from you what, in your opinion, what it takes to have a successful collaboration. Because I saw the event that you
That's
did
a good
too.
question.
That was like a content, and then the girl who does like the work. I don't know if she stretches or yoga. You all did like a
Oh yeah,
event
yeah, yeah.
together.
Carrington. Hmm.
Yeah, it looks so good. I'm like, I feel like I literally just had my first successful collaboration when I did Friendsgiving. Like people
Mm,
always want to like people reach out to me often to do things and collaborate, but
hmm.
it literally like never happens and never pans out. So I'm
Yeah.
so excited to have that successful collaboration now. Like I say, I did something with another person, but like in your opinion,
Yeah.
like what does it take to successfully collaborate with another brand that's different from yours or the same and like make
Hmm.
something magical happen?
think it just takes some honesty and some communication. Like I kept telling Carrington, like, I don't do this. I don't collaborate with the people. And she was saying the same thing. And the turnout was so well, but I think it's also because we were very passionate about what we both do. It wasn't a matter of like me trying to use you to like grow my platform
Right.
or, vice versa. It was really just like, we think that the people need this. We want to see brown girls doing Pilates, classical mat Pilates at that.
Mm,
And I want to talk about content. And so let's see what we can put together.
yeah. Simple,
Yeah,
easy peasy. Let's do it.
yeah.
Yeah. What do you think? This is like totally unrelated-ish, but what do you think about the whole Sephora Squad thing that's going on right now?
Oh Lord.
Have you heard the buzz? I recorded a video
Uh,
yesterday. I think I'm gonna put it out today because I already edited
mhm,
it and stuff. I just gotta do my thumbnail and all that stuff. But like
mhm.
I shared my opinion. I'll let you share yours first and I'll tell you what I said.
Oh my gosh.
Just about like this
Um,
process and like who they chose and like people's
yeah.
opinions and stuff.
So I don't understand the hoopla. I mean, I understand what's going on for the
Mhm.
Sephora Squad and like why people were chosen or weren't chosen. I think that people assume that that will be their only chance.
Right. Right.
And I think that is why that's one of the reasons why I really do hate social media sometimes, because we think that when we applied ourselves and we went hard and it didn't fall the way that the cards didn't lay that you thought they would, that that's the end of it. And I think that's gonna be the end. That's gonna be the way that a lot of people in their brands that they're building when it does take rejection and
Yeah.
rejection therapy to really get you going to where you need to be. Um, like, I don't know. I think that the Sephora Squad experience, or debacle is really, let's call it Sephora Gate. I think Sephora
Sephora
Gate
Gate.
is
I'm gonna have to call that my video title. Sephora Gate.
I think the Sephora Squad Gate or Sephora Gate experience is really like people not giving themselves enough credit
Mm-hmm.
and deciding that Sephora was going to be their only way to be successful. When that's not true, like just keep posting your damn content. There's so many people that are successful that we're never a part of Sephora Squad.
Yeah.
Like anybody you can probably think of that you love, Jackie Aina, Patrick Star, Leah J, like OG YouTubers that Sephora Squad literally did not exist, you
Right. And they
know,
still made it.
and they still made it. So I think one thing that I will say that I really love about Sephora Squad and like the people that were chosen is that a lot of the people that were chosen. A lot of the people that were chosen were a part of Kensington Gray's
I saw that.
influencer agency. And
Yeah.
I know that a lot of people feel like at that point that is rigged, but I think that's it's a part of the work that Kensington Gray is doing. It's like
Mhm.
you work hard, you post the content, you get signed. And again, that may not be the pathway for everybody, but if I'm gonna be signed, I want more opportunities. Like that is just like one plus one
Yeah.
equals two, y'all, not one plus one equals spaghetti. Like I need us to focus. So
No,
that's
for
my
sure.
opinion.
I had so many thoughts on it
Hmm.
because I applied for Sephora Squad before, and that's in the video I said when I applied for Sephora Squad and I didn't get chosen, and I saw who they chose, I was like,
Hmm.
oh, this isn't for me. Like that's how I felt. Like I was like, oh,
Mm,
this is not something for me. Like in particular, like I saw the type of people and the caliber, and I was like, okay, like
mhm,
I could humbly be like, okay, this is not like for me.
mhm.
But I was like, I'll be honest. Like when I initially saw some of the names on the list, I was like,
Now,
I was
I
a
was a
little
little confused, like seeing
confused.
men in Sephora Squad. Like I thought this was a girls' thing, but
I was just confused as far as the perception that we have of these people because I'm like, just because they're successful already doesn't mean that they should not be afforded opportunities to elevate their
yeah,
brand even more. It's just like
yeah,
celebrities come out with lines and people like, oh, they're celebrity coming out with this. I'm like, they're regular people too. Like they should still be able to aspire to
hmm,
do new things and have things
yeah,
done with their brands and everything like that. And I was like, is I felt like it was just very clear that it was like Sephora, it felt like Sephora Squad wanted to be affiliated with these people in particular, which is not
mm,
necessarily like a bad thing to be
hmm,
affiliated with these amazing content creators. I was like, first things
yeah,
first, like congratulations, because obviously they had to build their brands to a certain point in order to even get chosen by Sephora Squad. But I kind of went down like a rabbit hole of like trying to like analyze. I had some notes that I had. It was like I think out of the 53 people that was chosen, only
Hmm.
literally one of them, from what I can see, was a makeup artist, like an actual makeup artist, like not doing just makeup
Interesting.
on themselves. All of them, how many people?
How
Hey,
many people? I'm curious to know how many people were under 10K. You know?
that's what I said. Listen to this. Oh my God, let me find my notes real quick because I looked at it. And
Hmm.
first, when I looked at it, I said 8 out of the 53 people had less than 10K followers on Instagram. But when I
Hmm.
went over to their TikTok is where they was popping. So
Um,
those 8 out of the 53 that had less than 10K on Instagram, they had numbers on TikTok. That's what they had
mm,
numbers on TikTok. What is it? 23. Look, I'm looking at my notes now. 23 out of the 53, all they had YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram.
oh,
And
they
then
working harder than me.
29 out of the 53, if I counted right, had at least two social medias. So I only pulled those numbers to give people like perspective, just to say like,
Hmm.
if you're just operating on Instagram, then you
Hmm.
probably have a very low chance. That's probably why you didn't get chosen. Like if you just
Hmm.
operating on one social media platform and you're probably not even consistent. And it just kind of like when I saw it initially, I'm like, what is the Sephora Squad for? Because if y'all are choosing people who are already established, it kind of discourages people who are smaller creators, because on the site it does say a diverse like background with different audience sizes, but I'm like that y'all obviously aren't staying true to the audience size thing, because y'all are choosing like all big creators. So I think that's the only reason why people will feel discouraged. But in bold letters it literally says like it's a program for content creators. So I'm like, if you are not a content creator, if you're not like really posting in a way that you're like as a content creator, like it's
Hmm.
no wonder why makeup artists aren't necessarily getting chosen, because the way that we post our work is not
Right.
necessarily in a content creation type of way. It's like we just posting our work,
Yeah.
not educating, we're not teaching about a product and stuff like that. So I just kind of pulled those things out to show people like maybe you could go about things a little bit differently with your content creation and not just post your clients. Maybe educate people and teach about a product and have more than one social media, and then try again
Yeah.
later and see if you could do it.
Yeah, I agree. I think if I was a makeup artist that didn't get chose, then for Sephora Squad, the thing that I would do is my next post would be next year I'll be chosen for Sephora Squad.
Mm-hmm.
And every post after that would be me showing my face more. Even if I do post a client, and I used to do this even when I was a makeup artist, is like dissect why I did this lip over that lip, why I did this eye over that eye. I would talk about that in the caption, but for me to be chosen by Sephora Squad next year is me doing a green screen.
Yep.
That's what I would do next time, is like, okay, well, here's a green screen of me, my client in the background. Here's why this eyebrow looks like that versus that eyebrow. Here's why this lip looks like that. Now, here's how I'm going to do it this next go around. Really breaking it down that way. I would start educating more. I would start showing my face to the camera more and get over that fear. Like, you can't want to be an influencer and not be in the influencing. You got to
Yeah.
be influencing the people. But yeah, I think that those are the things that I would really focus on.
No, I just had this thought too while you was talking, but I see it so many times too where you apply, hypothetically somebody could apply for Sephora Squad but have literally never posted anything about Sephora on their page, and then get
Mm-hmm.
mad that they didn't get chosen. Like how, Sway? Like you don't even support the brand. Like you're not even creating
Yeah.
content on your own authentically about Sephora,
Mm-hmm.
but you surprised
Right. And you
people
don't
chose you.
necessarily need Sephora. I agree with you. You don't need Sephora brand to be backing you. The fact that you are buying anything from Sephora, like if you're a makeup artist and you're spending $400 or $500 at Sephora, all your content need to be about Sephora. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like, yeah, I'm giving them a platform, but I'm also letting people know that I have a reputable, company because I'm using this, high profile brand. But I be talking so much about Sephora and tagging Sephora every waking moment because I spent $90,000 million there this year alone.
Right. I only thought about that too because anytime I get invited to like, I just say like Black Beauty roster events and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that, and I post it, people like, oh, was this invite only? Was this that? Was this that? And I'm like, I'll go to their page. I'm like, "You don't even follow Black Beauty Roster. How would you expect them to even know who you
Right.
are? Or to like, you don't
Yeah.
even support their content, their
Mhm.
mission, all these things." I'm like, I just be like, "All right." Like,
Now, I will say that Sephora did kind of drop the ball because I think what is really nice is to get people in at the ground level. So what could have been really great is to see a smaller brand like with 2, 3,000 followers, and a solid because you have that many followers and your community is solid. Like there are no bots, there are no people that followed you 40 years ago and don't even look at your content no more. Like that two to
mm,
3,000 that really rock with you.
yeah.
What would have been nice and what I've maybe the perspective that I would have had and the way that I would have done things if I was person picking the people is I would have intentionally chosen like 5 to 10, maybe even 20 small influencers and gave them a script to promote the fact that they are our small brand and are chosen or were chosen by Sephora for Sephora Squad so that they can grow their following. I think that's also what I would have imagined for Sephora Squad to be. So I guess I don't know. Maybe it sounds like I'm like teetering on the fence.
That's how I felt. Like I was just like kind of like talking through my
Yeah.
thoughts at the same time
Hmm.
because to your point, I feel like it's an opportunity there as well.
Hmm.
If I just always feel like it's an opportunity somewhere. If they're not going to cater to a certain demographic,
Yeah.
then it's an opportunity for somebody else to come in and do that and kill it. So
Yeah, and there could absolutely be another brand. I think there needs to be another brand that gives people the same opportunity, but I just don't think that they would ever do anything different than Sephora.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think
Because
that's the only downfall.
at the end of the day, it's not bad. Like as a business to want to be affiliated with people who you know have large followings is gonna push your brand out there even more. I don't know, so I don't know.
I
It
don't know. I think it's a lack of foresight to some extent
yeah,
and not being able to see how a small creator um in their growth online and that growth online being specifically associated with Sephora could really blow the brand up in the same way. Like
mm,
me being able to say, like, I had 2,000 followers. I didn't think I was going to get picked, but I got picked by Sephora Squad. Now, instead of my 2,000, I have 10K or I have 200K because of the fact that I was picked by Sephora.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't work there.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. They don't pay me enough to shop,
They
so
don't pay me at all. Okay.
I
So
love it. I was gonna ask you something. I always forget a question anytime I do an interview, but at
that's
this
okay.
point, that's what it was. At this point where you are now, how do you need to be supported? Like, what are the things that you need help with?
Good question. So, I mean, I'm still looking to hire people for the agency. I know that the first thing I'm going to outsource is editing. I love editing, but it's probably still the thing that I could be outsourcing because it's the thing that would take the most time.
Mm, time consuming.
Yeah. Um, so I'll be looking for an editor, people to share my content and, tell more people about it. Did you see my story this morning?
Uh-uh.
Oh my gosh. So do you know Tony Nicole Beauty on Instagram? So she's really good friends with Patrick Star. And once she go and mention my name in Patrick Star's vlog, is literally sitting next to Patrick Star. I'm like,
Oh
I've
my god.
absolutely been watching Patrick Star since I was maybe 17.
Right.
And she's like, I follow this creator. Her name is Terri the Supernova. Pulls on my Instagram.
Yes.
And so I posted on my page and on my story. But um, yeah, it's just, I guess I'm bringing it up because I got to that point because I was thinking about like, sharing the content and like telling other people about what I do. Like I got a call last night where somebody was like, "Hey, I have a friend that needs content for her new coffee brand. Like, can you help her?"
Mhm.
I want to about. I want to be considered. I want to be considered to the point where you think I'm the best for the job,
Yeah. Yeah.
especially in doing something very new and I don't really know what it looks like. Like, I need to get my reps in.
I
You
know
know,
that's right.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you
So
still have your membership community too?
I do, but that's probably going to take a backseat for 2025 as well.
Mhm.
Only because it is kind of like a treadmill. Like you got to keep pushing out content for that. And like with me trying to do Apollo 44, create content for other people, like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know. And so you asked me earlier about balancing and like being able to juggle all the things. And honestly,
Yeah, sometimes you
you
just gotta
know,
let some stuff go, I guess.
yeah, you just gotta let some stuff go. And like there'll be seasons for everything. Like not everything needs to happen right now. And I think one of the best things that I've, tried to follow as far as like a model is like I do always have time.
Mhm.
Not everything needs to happen today. Like, a lot of us feel like everything needs to happen right now in this moment, or when the day ends, the world ends too.
Yeah.
But that's not really how I operate. I prefer to know that I have next week to get something done, and I got
Mhm.
tomorrow to get something done, and
Yeah. Yeah.
even if it's Friday, I got Monday.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Do you have days off? You have, like, set days off?
Oh, absolutely. So Fridays are my days off.
Okay.
So I have Friday. So my weekend starts on Thursday. Friday I'm off. Saturday and Sunday I typically don't work. For the most part, I only work like 4 or 5 hours a day, kinda.
Oh, teach me. Like, how? I'm
Well,
like,
you got videos and stuff to edit, so but Opus Clips is doing that. So I don't know why you spend so much time working.
I don't know. I mean, the Opus Clips does the clips, but it don't edit the podcast.
Oh, but see, I can't help you.
And then I got vlogs or sit down videos and, all the things
Yeah.
on YouTube and stuff.
Well, I don't know, friend, because like I said, like I'm not editing long form content. That would take me 2 days. I'm not doing that anymore. So
Mhm.
right now, yeah, it's really just looking like 3, 4 hours a day working.
Yeah. Yeah, I was tapped into your vlogs too. I was
I
tuned
need to get
in.
back to it. I just don't know, friend.
Like you said, maybe just like a vlog of isolated event, like not a whole like.
That's what I'm saying. Like I think it just needs to be this one off. Um, but like I really enjoy the DJI for vertical content. Um, and like just being able to edit on my phone because that's how I've always edited
Mm,
versus like having to edit on my computer. I don't ever
yes,
want to edit on my computer. So
got you.
I think that's also my roadblock. So that's also why I need an editor. I absolutely vlog if I just hand shit over to somebody else.
Hmm.
Like here's the content. Get that back to me at a timely manner when you can. But
Yeah,
editing it all on my own, no thanks.
I hear you. I hear you. So, what are you working on your legacy to be with? Like Apollo 44, going supernova, like all the things that you're like creating.
I actually do think that Apollo 44 is going to be my legacy because I typically cannot see that far. Like when it comes to most people that have like a 5-year plan, 10-year plan. I feel like I've only ever had that with Apollo 44.
Mm-hmm.
And I think my biggest legacy is going to be like, I don't know. I think one thing that I really operate by is service and helping people and finding ways for people to be more than what they were the day before.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that is what I want my legacy to be, or how I want people to remember me is that they felt inspired, they felt capable, um, and they got more opportunities because of it. I
Yeah.
think that is what I want I'm already operating in a way to like make that the case, even if I die tomorrow, right? God
Mm-hmm.
forbid. But I think Apollo 44 is going to help me cement that and put me on bigger stages because I'm working with bigger brands.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Yay. Okay. So
Fingers crossed.
One Supernova is going live on the 1st, right, of
Yes.
January. Is there anything else that's coming up that we should know about or that you can share?
Think so. Well, registration for Going Supernova for the first is currently open. So people can register for that. But
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much it. I don't have an official launch date for like when I'm gonna be taking bookings for Apollo 44. People have just been DMing me. I'm like, okay, I guess like let's go ahead and figure out
That's
the
good.
things.
Okay.
Um, but other than that, I don't think there's anything else that I need to be mentioning. Well, maybe one, but it's kind of far in the future. It's called the Gather Retreat, and
Yeah.
it's hosted by, uh, let me see, Elise. Her name is Elise. Her Instagram name is Textura Curl Studio. So like
Oh,
texture, but instead of at the end being an E, it's an A.
okay.
But she has this event or retreat that's 3 days called the Gather Retreat in Akron, Ohio. And I don't know if there's a finalized date for it, but I think it's going to be June or July. But
Uh-huh.
it's 3 whole days. So that's probably the only thing that I can like foresee that's coming up that people need to get their tickets for when they
And you're
can.
gonna
I
be
don't,
like speaking there or teaching or something?
yeah, so I'll be talking about like content for 75 minutes
Ooh,
and like content and branding, messaging, all of those things. And then I'm not sure if this is finalized. So,
yeah.
uh,
Don't
but
do it.
day three, so don't quote me, but that I'll be doing a Instagram audit speed dating experience. Yeah.
Oh my God. Instagram audit speed dating experience. Girl, I was going to ask you too if you would be open to like auditing my Trailblazers Club members' Instagrams. So we do like
Yeah,
monthly
bring me in.
calls.
Hmm.
Yeah, we do like but they're like obsessed with like content and like all the things. But I feel
Hmm.
like an Instagram audit would be better than just like telling them like this is what to do as far as content, just to give
Yeah.
them ideas or like what they're doing that's good or where they could tweak it. Yeah, all that's
Hmm.
dope. But it's Instagram audit speed dating experience.
Yeah, it's like they only get 10 minutes or 5 minutes to edit their full Instagram. So like their bio, their picture, their like the name, the first 9 pictures, and they gotta go.
Oh my God. Look, you could test it out with my group. Look, if you would, that is so fire. Cause like when I do the Friends of Beauty events, it's normally speed networking. So like I'm
Mm.
obsessed with I'll be giving them like at the most 4 minutes to talk. They be cussing me out every single time. They gotta switch. It'd be
Oh
fun.
my gosh. Yeah, put me in a rotation for the speed networking. Like at one point in the speed networking, they get their Instagram audited.
That would be so fire. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
we gonna talk about that. That is so dope.
yeah,
Well, this has been like such a great conversation. Like I've been waiting for
absolutely.
this conversation to chat with you. And like y'all, we have never even seen each other in life, like in real life. I hope to see you hopefully in 2025 at some point in real
Yes,
life. I'm gonna come down there and see you.
yes. Where are you located again?
I'm in DC.
Oh, in DC.
Hmm.
We need to go to DC anyways. We got some family in DC, so
Come through.
we'll probably try to meet each other in the middle
Yeah,
somewhere.
come
Yeah,
through. Well, before you go, I have to ask you the Friends and Beauty rapid fire questions. So
let's do
whatever
it.
comes to your mind, you can spit it out. If you need to elaborate, that's fine.
Okay.
So first one is, what are the top three keys to your success so far?
Obedience, creativity, and um, unwavering belief in myself.
I love it. How do you measure your success?
Good question. By the things that people say to me.
Hmm.
So if they give me a compliment, I listen and I actually put that in a bank that says like you're doing great, sister.
Yes, receive
Yeah,
it. Receive
yeah.
it. Yes. What's the best advice you've ever received or a piece of advice that just always stuck with you?
Um, Nobody hops on a wave until they see it's moving, which pretty much means like you have to do the work to get the people to get on your bandwagon or follow the like you gotta have motion first. Like even if there are no waves, like you gotta be out there with your surfboard and practicing the things so that people will also believe in what you're doing.
Yes, people like this until they see you coming and they hop on.
Yeah, they're like, oh, oh, and then by the time that wave out there, like, no, we're all out here moving and shaking.
Yes, I love it. What advice would you give to another content creator right now who is just struggling? They are ready to give it up and they just like, this
Mm.
content creation ish is not for me.
Oof, they won't like this, but I would say give up for a little bit.
Yeah, give.
Uh, because sometimes, like when you're trying to press the gas on a car that has a broken engine, then you probably need to like get out the car and figure out like, okay, where is my issue? If they
Hmm.
do know what their issue is, then I would probably say like, try to do the opposite of what you're comfortable doing. So most people they're like, okay, well, I want to post this content. that I've always been posting, but it's not growing or it's not doing anything for me. But the thing that you need to do, which is the voiceovers and the carousels, like the thing that you're avoiding, is probably the thing to do.
Got it. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. What's a resource that helps you in your business that you could share with the friends and beauty community?
I've already mentioned the Pomodoro Kitty website. You got to name your own kitty. My kitty's name is Wi-Fi. Resource. Oh, custom the paid version of ChatGPT.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, Insight Timer. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I remembered that. So Insight Timer is a app that does like it's kind of like Headspace where you have like guided meditations and just like a way to quiet your brain.
Mm-hmm.
That, oh my gosh. Um,
Timer.
one of the creators on there, her name is Liza Coppola.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh, pull up faster. But Insight Timer, um, yes, Liza, Lizacopla.
Okay.
Insight Timer, she has a guided meditation on there that's called like how to overcome defeatist mentality. And I swear to you, I would listen to that every single day, like especially during that slow period. So I can do all the praying that I want, but sometimes I don't have the right words to pray for the thing that I need or pray away the thing that I don't want. And so
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I got a lot of language from that guided meditation. Like I feel defeated. And I didn't know that was what I felt, but it was a way for me to kind of train my brain like what I have is what people need. There are people waiting on me. Like those are the things that she will
Mm.
repeat in the meditation. So
Got
Insight
it.
Timer. I got that from I don't know if you know Mecca Gamble. She's a photographer here in
Uh-uh.
Atlanta.
No. I'm gonna
But
check.
we had a strategy session, and she recommended Insight Timer and Liza Coppola to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it. I love guided meditations and everything. I do like money mindset guided meditations like every day just to like
Hmm.
down whatever blockages I have because I'm like there's no reason I shouldn't be like balling
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So I'm like obviously there's something there subconsciously. So I do money mindset stuff all the
Yeah.
time. But yeah, I love it. Okay. So the last one is just a statement to repeat. I just want you to say my
Okay.
name is blank. And the key to longevity and success is blank. So my name is blank. And the key to longevity and success is whatever you think it is.
Oh my gosh. My name is Terry Watson, and the key to longevity and success is commitment.
Commitment. Ooh, commitment. I
Yeah.
like that. I don't think I've ever heard that one before. Commitment. Like,
Yeah.
explain that. Explain that.
I think that um producing content is a long game. It's a marathon. And so for a lot of people, they want to operate at such a high level. They're like, okay, I want to post every single day and I want to post these like super edited, high production type of pieces of content. Um, but you need sustainability. So I think sustainability or committing to the journey is how you stay or become successful because it's not like you are deciding to quit and never posting again for 2 whole months
Yeah.
because you've committed. Like you got to commit to, or at least commit to the end journey. Like if you know that you want to be picked by Sephora Squad, what is it going to take for you to get there? And you need to do those things, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
So commitment could be used in any way.
Yes, commit,
Yeah.
y'all, commit. Before you go, please share your social media, website, however you want people to continue to connect with you, follow your journey, whatever you want to share.
You can find me on Instagram at Terri the Supernova. You can find me on TikTok at Terri's Universe. You can find me on YouTube, I think at Terri the Supernova as well. And the agency website is apollo44agency.com. So you can go check that out and just see how cute it is. All you can do right now is book a little call, but yeah, go look at all the cute content that's on there. But everything, all the platforms.
Okay. This has been so great. Thank you so much, Terri, for sharing with us.
Anytime. I'm always so grateful to be here. You're so amazing. Like, I love everything that you're doing.
Thanks for listening to the Friends in Beauty podcast. Don't forget, Sharing is caring. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with another friend in beauty. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe, rate, and leave a 5-star review so that other friends in beauty can find the show. Plus, we'd love to hear your feedback. Connect with us on all social media platforms at Friends in Beauty, hashtag Friends in Beauty to join the conversation, and join our Friends in Beauty Facebook community to stay connected. Talk to you soon.